Hello, friends. All right, so today's topic navigating timelines. We are in a time of epic changes on Earth. So, first of all, I'd like to talk about what are the timelines. We have infinity of probabilities before us in every moment. And we are all consciously or unconsciously choosing with our thoughts, with our vibration, a possible timeline. And lots of people who are unconscious are staying on one timeline automatically because they live out of their unconscious belief systems that driving their life. And that's why the fortune telling used to work and still works for the people who are unconscious because they're easily predictable. However, when people start to wake up and consciously choose the direction, they become unpredictable and the fortune telling does not work for them. That's why some people say to me, ask me, "Oh, can you do a reading for me?" I refuse. I don't care if they pay me or not, I refuse because I say I would rather teach you how to be conscious and how to consciously create what you prefer, which changes every single day. We evolve because time now, guys, the evolution, the cosmic forces are blowing that wind of the cosmic forces blowing so strong that we're changing we're evolving very rapidly with the light codes coming through. We're unpacking our dormant DNA. We're literally morphing day to day. Like I wake up a different person. I do my morning routine meditation and it's always a different download. It's something else. So teaching and learning how to be self-aware and self-conscious. And that's when you become the creator of your own reality. And that's how you shift the timelines. Because timelines already exist. They kind of like preset scenarios or the scripts, and there are infinity of them. But we choose which one to take. So the parallel Earth, or your life on the parallel Earth with evil AI and evil forces, that scenario, that plot already exists. Also, the plot or the scenario where we all united heart and we live in unconditional love, and we all self-governed, and there is no government but people only acting in the best for all. That's the 5D Earth that already also exists. Now we're collapsing that new timeline collectively of the new Earth with our own attention by clearing the house, by letting go of old 3D belief systems or programs. They're so subconscious, they're programs. The difference between a belief system and a program is belief is when you consciously know you're believing it and it's a choice. But a program is when it's were given to you, and when you're very young usually, and it sits deep in your unconscious and you're not even realizing why you're acting certain way, why you're attracting toxic people, why you struggling financially, why you are creating accidents, so-called accidents in your life, right? There's no accidents. You're creating it all. And once you begin to remember that little by little, first of all, lots of people reject that idea because they feel like, oh, I am responsible for everything. I am responsible for my life. There's no accidents. Nobody gonna save me. Nobody is gonna do anything to me. I create it all. So wait, those bad guys who I think um, I can judge, they're part of me and they're just mirrors of me. So I create them. Imagine, like, when people just begin to wake up, it's mind blowing and it's scary. And that's why this process needs to be done gently, little by little, like you teaching a child how to eat with a little spoon, right? so um and this is where the mirror method and the shadow work comes handy, because those are more gentle tools of how to open up to your power. And most people, the biggest fear they have is a fear of their own power. And with great power takes great responsibility, right? And so people also afraid of responsibility. I don't want to be held accountable. My world is dirty. Is it my oceans are polluted? Is my fault? Uh, Not fault, but the creation. And so once you become conscious, guess what you do? You can change everything. And that is exciting part of it. So now the fear can turn into inspiration, where you truly start accepting your power little by little. And for most people, it's a gradual process. So don't expect you to all of a sudden become this superhuman or superman or super conscious, because it can be very traumatic. Some people, like the universe and and we and our creator, is very gentle with us, and we're gentle with ourselves. So we unfold our supernatural abilities, our superpowers gently. It's like a blossoming of a flower. You cannot force it to blossom. If you start forcing it, opening the petals, you will break the flower, right? So you cannot force yourself to blossom to the new reality. And so I invite you to be gentle with yourself, to simply observe, to forgive, to have great compassion for yourself in the process, where you begin to see your old shadows and clear them, usually with lots of tears. Lots of deep, deep unconscious things, they cleanse with tears. You have to face the pain again and then let go and replace it with the new. And that is a technology of basically how to gently guide yourself to these new timelines. And because there are infinity of timelines, some of them are very close to each other. So the shift can be so tiny, like one program at a time. You relieve of some program, let's say, um, I'm not lovable. I don't deserve love. I'm not worthy of love because something is deeply wrong with me, right? I am broken. And then as you heal this wound by saying, I embrace and accept myself fully. I just listened to Bashar a couple of days ago, and he brought up something very interesting. He said, you cannot be someone you are not. And there are lots of us who have so much self-judgments imposed on us when we were little kids, like 2, 3, when we start to explore our young ego. And of course, it was very uncomfortable and inconvenient for our, um, keepers, our parents and our school and all this other people. So they start to domesticate us and basically put us in this, I don't want to say jail, but the cage of like expectations, how to be convenient. So you, a unique creator, a unique sparkle of God, infinite power, born still remembering who you are, right? Infinite creativity, infinite power. Now was trying to put in this small cage of how you're supposed to be and how you're supposed to play a certain role as a man or as a woman, or how you're supposed to be a good girl or good boy. And so we consistently, day by day, when our subconscious mind was open and we trusted our caregivers, start to be bombarded with so much, um, you know, you're supposed to be this and this and this and this. Otherwise, we're not going to love you. If you're not a good girl, you're not deserving of love. We're not going to love you. And so for a child, it's a super traumatic experience to be rejected in the baseline of I exist, but it's not enough. My existence is wrong. It's uncomfortable. I need to be someone else to be loved and to be fit in. Otherwise, I'll be rejected. And so when we saw this rejection, of course, we got angry. We got very, very sad. We got rebellious. And many of us, to survive as a child, you're dependent on a society, you're dependent on a parents. You have no choice. As a little kid, you cannot take care of yourself. We had to stuff it down to our lower chakras. We had to put this all this anger, all this sadness deep in our unconscious. And guess what? We're carrying it now, all of us, without exception, in our bodies. And that is the root of your diseases, or of the how do you call them, ancestral diseases, or your chronic diseases, your chronic pain here, and oh, my lower back always hurt, I'm always tight here. All right. So and as we age, of course, and we don't do the shadow work, those shadows start to destroy our physical body. And you can ask me, Anya, how these emotions can destroy our physical body. Because negative emotions in the body stored as fear, congestion. So when chronic tension somewhere, the inflammation start to happen. The blood, the lymph doesn't circulate. Inflammation begins, and inflammation begin to deteriorate those tissues. If you always like this, you start to break down. And so when you like this for 30, 40 years in your heart, let's say, guess what's going to happen to your heart? It can't beat freely. It's like literally the pericardium. The pericardium is a thing around the heart, and it becomes so tight, your heart can barely beat. And then guess what? You start to have all this toxicity build up in the heart. Not only emotional toxicity, but physical toxicity. And then you need a surgery. But guess what? You can heal yourself very, very fast. Yes, with the shadow work. Yes, by letting go of those limiting beliefs. Okay. And on the better timelines, your heart is healthy because you've done the work and you healed, you let go of the old clutter of that pain. And that's why the Galactic Federation, they say on the new earth, people will be able to heal spontaneously. Like you have cancer today and tomorrow it's gone. Guess what? Because you will let go of the bulk of stuff, or gradually. Usually people do it gradually to the point where the cancer does not exist. It's vibrationally not equal to your high vibrational body. And that's how you heal physically. And so letting go of seeing your patterns, being really honest with yourself. And most people say, how can I see my specific blockages? Well, the world always shown you the blockages. One thing, as I just mentioned, through your body. If something hurts in your body chronically, that's a mirror. Your body is a mirror. And that's where you can apply the mirror method using your body. And it will show you where you hold the tension. And let's say, again, it's like your heart. When it hurts, you just place your hand on your heart or any part of your body that hurts and say, feel the pain. You need to acknowledge the pain and say, pain, why are you hurting? And listen. And the ability to listen to yourself is something we also need to develop, because we're always listening to other people um, out of survival. Our attention is always outward, and we became weak or deaf to our own inner voices. And that is the voice of your physical body. That's the voice of your higher self. That's the voice of your guardian angels, your teachers. And then people say, Anya, how come you can channel? Is it so hard to channel? No, it's very easy. All you have to do is to learn how to listen. Put your attention towards yourself and listen. And it's like going to the gym. It's like a muscle. When you practice it consistently, you will become better and better and better, until for you to talk to spirits will be the same as to talk to like anyone on the street. It's that easy. So I invite you, definitely, if you don't have a routine or like a habit of meditation or listening to yourself, develop that. But you know what? Your pain in the body will be the best advisor or the best teacher, because even if you forget, the pain will knock on the door, boom, boom, boom. You cannot ignore it anymore. And that's when you will pay attention, and I'm giving you the how to pay the attention. So that's a technique. You place, let's say it's hard. How to protect ourselves from negative and lower astral entities. Oh, I will answer that next, okay? So you place your hand on your heart where it hurts, and a pain, why is it hurting? And the pain will tell you a story. Usually nothing hurts in my body. I, oh no, something hurts right here a little bit. Oh, like I have a little bit of pain right here of my tooth. So still, my pain says, because you need to fight to survive. It's a tooth canine teeth. By the way, you can heal your own teeth. You don't need dentist ever. You need to fight to survive. Is it true that I have to fight to survive? And then I'm asking my higher self, is it true that I need to fight to survive in this world? No, you are the creator of your own world. You just have to become more conscious of your creative process. That's all. Keep noticing, keep applying, keep knowing what you want. Okay? And so the cure for every pain is knowing what you want right now versus whatever someone told you in the past, right? You're supposed to be this and you're supposed to be that. You cannot be someone you're not, even if you try. So this is where you can, first of all, accept yourself. You cannot bend yourself enough to be someone you're not, because essentially, as a soul, you're this unique frequency of God, and that's what you are, right? Infinite, never immortal frequency of God, unique. No one is like you in the whole creation. That's how unique you are. So you can say, I embrace myself, I accept myself fully, I adore myself. I am the unique frequency of God, of the creator, a God myself, a creator of my own timeline, a creator of my own life. I choose timelines. And so the next step after that, you say, okay, um, I now pay attention to what I want versus to what other people want of me. And so that's a great exercise where you can write in a piece of paper or something like workbook. Highly recommend. It's part of the mirror method. And in the shadow workbook, the conversations with fear, shadow work, return to love, there are some exercises as well that you can do yourself and very fast change your unconscious mind, become more conscious, and then start creating consciously whatever that you want. And so you start writing what you prefer. So when you see something you don't prefer in the world or in yourself, like a pain, or like, let's say my oceans are polluted, you can you can write how you prefer it in your world. My oceans are clean. My nature is clean. And then sometimes when you go for a walk, actually pick up a couple of things and put them in the trash, like just doing some action towards it, right? So, and you can apply this to your relationships too. People treat me bad, right? Well, you inviting it because you're treating yourself bad. And how do you want to be now? Oh, acknowledge first. Acknowledge and say, oh, yes, that's how it was before. Used to treat myself bad. Now I treat myself good. And the people in your reality, they are your mirrors. They're your mirrors. There's mirrors. And when you change internally, they will mirror a different reality for yourself. And so, yes, I used to treat myself bad. I used to think that I don't deserve to be loved, I don't deserve to be cared for. But now you can say, now, because now I accept and love myself, um, you will see how other people start loving you too. And you can detail in which way you love yourself. Like, for example, for me, my self love is I do my meditation every morning because I enjoy it. I go to the beach and I do my meditation. And that's like such a beautiful routine that sets wonderful energy for the whole day. I choose to pamper my inner child. That's another big thing, inner child. Talking with your inner child and make sure your child is happy. For longest time, I felt that I didn't have mother or father, and I felt like this abandoned child, even in my 40s, if, uh, even in my yeah, in my like 50s, I start to like really don't ask me how old I am. I start to finally feel more home, but because I had to reparent my inner child. So I became the mother and the father that I always wanted in my life. So my mom and dad now is always present with me, and my child is nurtured. And so paying attention to how your inner child in your heart feels, and you can talk to it because it's there, your baby. You can say, how do you feel today? How do you feel about this? And you will be surprised how fast and how loud that voice will come to you, because it's your soul self, it's your innocent self, it's the one before programming, it's the true you, your inner child. So take care of it, help it to feel comfortable in this reality that demands this and demands that and demands rules. You nurture it and you make it feel safe. And when your inner child feels safe and playful, um, you will feel like a different person. Your vibration will change. And guess what? When your vibration changes to the higher one versus sadness or fear, to joy and happiness, get what just happened? You just shifted a timeline to a positive direction, to a higher vibrational timelines. So timelines actually Everything is multidimensional, but actually they shouldn't go left or right. They go like up and down, I guess. High vibration, low vibration. You can picture it any way you want, but the better ones feel like joy, feel like peace, feel like love, feel like comfort, feel like um, smiling, versus those feel like sadness, feel like fear, feel like you want to cry. It feels bad in your body congests, you don't feel aligned with yourself, like you feel uncomfortable. Those are the negative ones. Okay. And so natural, we all want to go to the positive ones. However, some people are so used to their pain, they're so used to being uncomfortable, and they accepted it as a given. They don't even know that there can be a better reality. And that's a sad thing. When person's stuck like that, then there is so little hope. But the world always will show to that person, it will always shine some light in some way to give them like a different perspective. And until that light shines in their mind, there's nothing can be done, really. Like that's why we cannot really save anyone, because on a soul level, on a high self level, some people choose to be stuck. I don't want to use the way stuck, but choose to remain in a negative low density 3D, because there's more lessons to be learned, because there is more duality, the pain, intense experiences to be learned. They still want that. So that's why only work, I would suggest, you can show by example of your own example, but don't try to change. Again, bring your attention back to yourself. And the Galactic Federation and the Syrian Council and Arcturians, I think in the Raw, they're all yelling at us, like literally. They say, bring your attention back to yourself. Don't try to change anything. Change only within, as within, so without. And the biggest mistake the star seeds make, including myself when I was less mature, because we want to help so much. We want to save the world. We want to save everybody. We run out there and we're doing too much. And guess what? People, when they're ready, they're going to slap you in the face. Like, leave me alone. You're going to be met with aggression or rejection, and it's going to feel hurt. I was trying to do something good. It's not your job. It's not your job. Just be the lighthouse. Be the lighthouse. The book with oh, the name of the book is Conversations with Fear, because you're going to have conversations with only your own fear. Conversations with Fear, Shadow Work, Return to Love. Okay, now let me address really quick how about the entities, astral entities. So this is very, very interesting, guys. When we have a negative belief about ourselves, which causes us sorrow, for example, you have deep guilt about something, like you've done something and you feel so guilty about it still, and it sometimes has come up and you make it's like torturing you, right? The low astral entities, they feed on our grief, fear, sadness, depression is when they really bring you down. So when you open the door with your negative belief system, when you're opening the door with a low frequency, it's literally like, did you ever a goldfish is so cute, but if you feed the fish, they go all go together, right? They all go to a direction. Okay. Or alligators. If you ever fed alligator, alligators would be the better one. I fed alligators. You throw them the food, they go. So when you start to give that food of negative emotion, and those astral things are everywhere, they rush to you and they start tear you apart, they amplify. They give you the thought forms, they give you the imagery, they give you, so you feel more and more and more and more guilt. And people, when they cannot address it consciously, that guilt, guess what? accidents, deadly accidents. Actually, those entities can take your life and feed on your, when you die in like an accident or something, of traumatic death, there's a lots of energy is released, and they feed on that energy, right? um or you're going to have accidents where you just hurt yourself badly, or some people commit suicide because of deep guilt, guys. Don't think it's like a joke. I know personally people who've committed suicide because they thought they were not good enough. Young, beautiful people, both men and women, overdosed, hung themselves, shot themselves, like did all sorts of crazy things because of that deep wrenching, not accepting the self, deep guilt, and all those things. And why? Because when you keep feeling the negative feeling without replacing and addressing the negative belief, the feeling becomes so powerful, it attracts real a lots of those astral things, and they're like they're ripping you apart basically, and the pain becomes so excruciating because the entities, they amplify the pain because they want it, they want more, right? And it driven a lots of people to actual physical death, traumatic death, and then the soul needs to heal after that for a while. It's like, oh my god, you like, oh, you didn't do the shadow work. So but in the lighter cases, you're just gonna suffer basically. And so how to close the door for the negative entities? First of all, send a lot of love to your own pain. If you feel your guilt, feel um, feel your guilt, feel it, acknowledge it. Guilt, I hear you. Have compassion for it. Love it, compassion, as if you embracing your inner child, because it's inner child crying, inner child believing that he or she is not worthy to even exist. That's how people drive themselves to death. And compassion, and then listen to it. Say, what are you guilty about? And then listen. It'll give you some narrative. And this narrative is always based on some kind of lie or some kind of like some belief system. Somebody told you that it's supposed to be like this, but it's not like that. And in the shadow work book, the conversations with fear, like entire book is conversations with the inner child, with those emotions, and how to reverse their faulty logic behind their like arguments of why I'm not worthy, right? So it's like you almost becoming your own psychotherapist in a way, but it's not a big thing. It's like it's not very complicated work. Listening to yourself truly, and it gives you opportunity to connect with yourself intimately more, because guys, we're not, and ladies, we're not intimate enough with ourselves. We think intimacy is like having sex, making love. No, true intimacy, heart intimacy, really listening to yourself deeply. And when you learn that, guess what you can do now? You can also listen to another person deeply and really understand, listen with compassion. You can understand the pain, and you will have tools to turn the narrative of pain into the narrative of love, not only with conversation with yourself, but with someone else. And basically, that's what's happening during my private sessions on my Zoom, because I've done so much shadow work on myself and with other people. Like, I can see I've developed that muscle of listening and really hearing the cry of a child. But you can do it too. Anyone can do it, not just me. So, anyways, that was about the poco inglés, perdón, poco español. How can overcome or win your mind when subconscious mind or voice come to sabotage or negativity functions? to attract? What can exercise can we do? So those are the exercises. First, listen to yourself. So what another example? You can see the unconscious program, right? First, when it's no, when the program is unconscious, you cannot see it, but the world or your body will show it to you through other people. That's a mirror method, 100%. So when something triggers you in the world, right, some negative person, you can see the negativity. He is angry. He's angry. Wow. Why he's so angry? Oh wait, he's angry. I am angry because he's a mirror. I am angry. Why am I angry? That's a shadow work. You can talk to your anger, and then you can replace the narrative of anger with narrative of love. And how do I want to be instead? What's the opposite of anger? I am forgiving. I am conscious. I am compassionate. Instead of lashing with anger, you have compassion for a person. Somebody's trying to somebody was yelling in your face. They're yelling because they are so weak. Their sadness is so intense. They don't know how to handle or process it. They start yelling because they feel like they've never been heard. And maybe you cannot hear them because you cannot hear yourself. Boom, that's another program. So you're like, oh, wow, he's yelling because he feels unheard. Nobody can hear him truly. Wow, what an amazing mirror. So he's being unheard. I'm being unheard. Do I listen? Do I listen to myself truly? Do I listen to others truly? I don't think enough. No. How can I be now? Let me listen to myself deeply and actually listen. And then listen to others deeply. That's why they're yelling at you. See, it's like it's an art. That's the exercises. It's like live unfolding, but you just are more conscious about it. So you need to have conversations with your fear. Read this book, Conversations with Fear. Yes, thank you. ¿Por qué así no criamos como padre de nuestro niño? Oh my God, my Spanish is not that good. Can someone who speaks Spanish answer the question in Spanish? Okay, and if you speak both Spanish and English, just type them for me in English and I'll answer. You can maybe translate. Human hybrid lizards are real. I see them. Oh, 100%. They're shapeshifters. They have special technology to shapeshift. Remember in Miami in the mall where people actually saw the reptilians? They actually saw the reptilians, and people say the special forces was dispatched, and they say, oh, this was kids just was trying to blow up some fireworks. Oh no, there's a reptilian bases there. This is wild. I'm understanding everything with such clarity. Listen to you. Thank you very much. And today, the portal day 111, a huge things opened up for me during my meditation too, guys. I'm not just talking, like I've done my work in the morning and it was amazing. Debemos atender a culpa que sentimos porque podemos. Yeah, provocar accidentes because somewhere deep inside you do not love yourself. Amate mismo más. Aceptarte mismo más. O totalmente. Oh, I spoke some Spanish. Are they soulless beings? I honestly, about soulless beings is like this. Guys, think about it. Everything in this creation is created by the creator and made out of creator. There's nothing exists but the creator, which is consciousness. Everything is made out of consciousness, even this pencil, right? So when we talk about soul, are they talk about human souls, like evolved souls? Some, they say, oh, some like you know, like NPCs or some entities or something does not have a soul. Well, everything has consciousness, and maybe it has a soul which is very weak, very small. It's not self-realized, it's not awakened, it's really deeply asleep, but it still has a soul. Maybe not awakening human raging soul, but we've used to be like them. Remember? Maybe we just had another like 1,000 more incarnations, and we learned, and we woke up and we learned the lessons, but maybe they just in the beginning of their journey. So compassion, don't think that they're worse. Oh, spiritual ego. Atlanteans, uh, no, Pleiadians said the biggest obstacle to your ascension is a spiritual ego, meaning you think you're better than others, right? Because you're like um, awakening, and that spiritual ego, it needs deep shadow work, basically. So you can cure it with some shadow work. Because people who think they're better deep inside, they think they're worse. It's ego issues. It's like a third density ego. Mind needs to be cleared off those. Um, Talk to your inner child and see why your child want to be a bully. Usually they're deeply traumatized. So look at yourself. Okay, good. Thank you. Translate someone. If my soul chose to remain in third density, can I change my soul decision here on earth? You are your soul, of course. Okay, so let me talk about the incarnations. So let's say your entire body is your soul, right? Your incarnation, one incarnation is like, let's say, like this part of your pinky, and you just deep in the physical reality, and you see, and you like observing it, you're watching yourself doing this and that and struggle, but you as a soul, you're just watching it. And in Hinduism, actually, they describe it very well. Like God, Vishnu is just this physical reality is a God Vishnu just playing with his fingers and observing them, what's happening here. So you are your soul, and this is you. You are not separate from your soul. You are here. Like one part of you is all of you, right? So your ego mind decision is usually like for survival, to survive in this physical reality. You need to eat, you need to um, have shelter, maybe a mate. If you already have food and shelter, then you're looking for mates, like this. But if you don't, you usually just want to survive. So that's your ego mind. But it's only a very small part that belongs to this part. The rest of you is your soul mind. And so remembering that, and that is enough to remember who you truly are, guys. You're so powerful. Your soul is ancient. It's like millions, billions years of human years. Or some say it's infinite. Yes. So yes, you can change your decisions anytime. Just change your decision. Once you change your decision, your will is a will of God, of the creator of you. So your will here in this creation, you're given one amazing thing. It's a free will. It means you can do whatever you want. So actually, Ra said, very interesting, it might trigger some of you, but he says the 10 in the Bible, the 10 testaments, whatever, thy shall not kill, no steal, not cheat on your wife, no. All these prohibitions, they say actually they came from Orion group, from negative entities, because they are prohibiting your free will. You are free to do whatever you want. It's your conscious choice of what you want to do. Can you take that? Can you take responsibility of free will? In a way, I think they gave us rules because they were like, we've forgotten ourselves so deeply at that time. Now we're just remembering. Not the first rodeo, too. We've forgotten ourselves and remembered and forgotten. Remember many times. There's many civilizations. Many of you was in Lemuria. Many of you was in um, uh, Atlantis and other many we don't even know about civilizations and Tartaria. Psh, guys, this is not your first rodeo. We just start to remember again because we forgot. And that's where I learned languages. I simply start to remember them because I spoke them in my different incarnations, all of them already. So that's a story. Okay, so choose whatever you want. How to deal with radio frequencies and dirty electricity on a spiritual level. Yeah, so I think Syrians said, um, ground yourself because when you walk barefoot on earth, you can the earth cleanses your body because its magnetic field is so powerful. It restores your body to a perfect electric flow, and those little things, they are, they cleared. That is a big one. Spiritual level. And then stay in a high frequency, because they're low frequency, they're crocodilian, they're they're uh, draconian technology. It's a low frequency. So when you're in a high frequency, you become invisible for them. You don't exist for them. You don't exist in their timeline. Wow. So when you shift the timeline far enough, they can't even see you and you can't even see them. Right now, we're still splitting, we still can observe them. But if you do your shadow work and if you do your raising vibration meditations and practicing it every day, you're shifting more further and further from this draconian, this negative AI, draconian and AI. They're trying to enslave humanity with that. And that timeline will exist. Is there apocalyptic Earth exist? It does. But if you choose so, you can bye bye. It becomes invisible. You won't even know about it. What is your perspective on the archetypes? Yes, definitely. Those archetypes 100% work, of course. You can, it's a great tool. And also actually Ra, in the Ra material, also in his last book, talks about the archetypical mind. And I go by that even more. And if you get the book, The Galactic Federation Speak, I don't have it anywhere around, but its link is in the bio. Galactic Federation Speak, I explain about archetypes of the mind, archetypes of the body, archetypes of the soul. And that came not from a human, although I'm sure he channeled some of the material Jung, but it comes directly from a sixth density consciousness. I mean, their knowledge comes from pure source. Like their perspective is so, they see so much more than we can see right now. So I am like drinking from their pure source when I'm listening to the Galactic Federation and other teachers. So I highly recommend for archetypes. Either you get the Galactic Federation Speak the book, or you can read raw material. It's a little bit harder to read, but you can get it. You might have to read it 3 times and then you get it. It is by will alone that I set my mind into motion. Yes. Thank you, Ten Commandments. That's what it is. How to attract our twin flame for physical union. You don't have to attract anything. You already connected. If you want to have this experience, you just can state, I want to have this experience. I stated once, and I couldn't believe myself. I want to be the Galactic Federation emissary. Actually, you know what? I am the Galactic Federation emissary. And now I'm a Galactic Federation emissary. I used to not being a healer. I used to say to myself, I want to be a healer. You know what? I am a healer. You proclaim it to the world. You announce it to the world, to your world, and let it echo. And that echo will bring back, but you need to have enough trust in yourself. Say it with power, like you already got it. Your will is the will of God. Write it on the wall somewhere. My will is the will of God. And some people are like, no, well, okay, then not. It's up to you. You are the decision maker. You make all the rules in your life. You have free will, remember? Wow. Too much for some people. What can I say? Maybe my soul, which I am not fully aware of here on earth, decided that I still need third density experience. Okay, I hear fear and doubt, like you're doubting yourself. Ask yourself, why am I doubting myself? Why I don't trust myself? Where is a conflict in myself? Where do I deceive myself in my life? And that's why I don't trust. Do I promise something to myself? Do I promise to go meditation in the morning or do something and I break my promise to myself? The roots are very simple. So you need to rewrite why you're not trusting and why you deceiving yourself. And that's when you will start more trust to yourself. Okay? Because you, little pinky here, are not separate from the whole thing. You are the soul. You're not separate from your soul. How do I remember everything? Who am I? What is my purpose here on earth? Ask yourself. How do I remember everything? Little by little. Okay. If you remember everything right now, your mind go and you might even die because you will leave this reality. It cannot sustain. This reality is certain frequency. If your frequency very fast go very high, you you like disappear. So you're gonna pop out of your body. So this experience that we're having right now together, guys, is very valuable. Don't try to avoid it. Don't try to like do the little grinding work. Do pay attention to little details. Savor it like you're savoring the most delicious food that you're eating. Because this incarnation, it's short. All of our incarnations compared to our life they're short and they go like this. That's how fast they go. Next, next. And so, and everything here for you is in a slow motion. That's why the time exists here. So you can experience one after another. You can observe how you create effect and the result, action and the effect of the action. You can really learn. It's a great learning school. So just savor. You forgot yourself for a reason. So you can deliciously, slowly remember yourself. Don't rush. It's like watching a great movie and you jump right to the end of the movie and you already know everything. Like, what's the purpose of even having the movie then, right? You're in the movie theater right now. Your soul is watching the movie and you're like an actor in the play, and we are all actors in your play. I am an actor in your play. I'm your version of me in your reality. So like enjoy it. Enjoy watching the movie. Maybe have some popcorn. I don't believe in popcorn. So have something good. Oh, thank you very much. Last week I felt a lot exposed and tired. Feel lots of electricity on my body and feeling of stuck in. You have pain in my knees now. Is there any attack? No, that is a negative energy wants to leave your body and you need to process it consciously. So put your hand on your knee and say, knee, where are you hurting? What's there? What memory? And the knee is usually programs from your uh, parents' generation. So it's something your parents taught you. It's their program. It's not even your programs there. And also knees represent going forward in life. Where do you afraid to go forward in life? Where you hold back? Where you afraid to step in a new reality? Where you don't trust yourself? So do all that. Oh, good. It doesn't allow me subtitle Spanish. I don't know. I have to look. I don't know why it doesn't allow. Let me look at it later. Thank you for all this guidance. You're welcome. Perspective on Christos avatar theories on 15-dimensional time matrix. Ooh, it's too complicated right now. I am just trying to do something. Listen, we can escape into some great theories somewhere out there. And like all this mind is infinite. Do not be tempted to get lost in the maze of the mind, because you will. There's so much information there. You can distract it with so much stuff there. But the main thing, and the Galactic Federation says it too, if you don't believe me, or you don't believe, you can not believe them either, but it resonates with my heart. Bring your attention right here, work within yourself. Right now, you're here for this purpose. Don't get your mind get lost. Mind can be easily confused, easily deceived. Come back to your heart. That's the time right now. And that's how truly you change timelines. Because mind can go like this and it can get you into this deep, dark things. So work with the heart, work with the body. Thank you for all this. Thank you. Okay, where are we? Where are we heading with the shift? Please talk more about the shift in the new earth. It's not like where we heading. Where are you heading? You have to ask yourself, where do you want to go? How do your new reality should look? Why don't you describe and write a little like a manifesto? Like, this is how my reality is, will be, and is being, is shifting to. So it's a very deeply personal journey for all of us. Our personal realities will be a little bit different. Ask yourself, how is it going to be? And if your description will align with, let's say, my general description of how my world going to be, guess what? I will see you. I will see you there, because our lines will go parallel to the direction of the 5D Earth. But again, our specifics about the 5D Earth will be different, just like it is now. My world is vastly different from yours, or maybe not so. It all depends. So again, back to yourself. Density in the body. Yes, density in the body. Congestion in the body. All pain is a congestion in the body. I've been psychosomatic healer for 20 years. I see it every single day. Can one best apply the mirror work relationship with seem abusive? Oh, abusive relationship. Oh my God. So abuser is always there where is a victim. It's where you believe in punishment because you believe something wrong with me and you deserve pain. You deserve disrespect. You deserve to be abused. So you have to look at yourself and say, why and how am I believed when I was a little kid that I am not good enough, that I deserved abuse? And then start rewriting it. And you can do the mirror method, basically describing your partner in detail. He's this, he's this, he's this, he's this. Then above the he, you cross the you put I. That's how I to myself. And then write how you want to be instead, or how you now instead. And little by little, it's not overnight, but you will shift every day more and more. And it's a beautiful process. Okay. Go inwards. How to get rid of ego? Don't get rid of ego. It's your individual personality of this avatar of the pinky. It's like, imagine you in a video game, right? And you got this avatar and you get to put the, You choose how it's gonna look, what it's gonna wear. It's different from everybody else. So that avatar is you in this video game. This is a video game, okay? I know. And all this Luciferian collective consciousness, they're also players in a video game. And without the bad guys, there is no heroes. So that's why I'm like, thank you for being the bad guys, because without you, we wouldn't be have this epic story of so the ego is what keeps you separate from everything else, because if you don't have ego, there's personality here, this avatar, it becomes like it becomes undistinguishable from everything else. Even my cat has an ego, little pet ego. How to heal ego is another thing, because ego can be healthy or unhealthy, and the negative belief systems about yourself, that's a sick ego, and the positive belief systems, it's a healthy ego. The vibration. Inflammation, yes. All inflammation is always somewhere you're holding fear in your body. You need to address the mind. Our body is direct product of the mind. So all the pills you can take and everything, you're just poisoning the body. And nothing gonna work until you change right here and change the mind, conscious, and go into deeper subconscious, making it conscious. Oh, wool mattress. Oh, God bless you. Yes, much better. You just did a very beautiful gift for yourself, and put linen sheets on top. Get the linen sheets from linen. Very high. It's like a highest vibrational material, linen. So if you put that together, I think I'm gonna get a wool mattress too. It's a good idea. The vibration in my body, the hum and ringing ears, how I can translate it with clarity to myself. It's okay. Be patient with yourself. We're not understanding everything now. The light codes are coming through. They're so high frequency. They're just affecting our DNA, and most people don't understand them. Scientists don't understand them. Nobody on this reality understands them. They come directly from the galactic sun. It's like that intelligence is beyond our human understanding right now. On the higher self level, we understand it. But sometimes all it needs to just surrender. Just surrender, be open. The harm sometimes happens when you're holding lots of tension, you're trying to understand, you're efforting so much, instead of just surrendering to the light that you are, to your own light. Surrender to your own light. Surrender to your own power. There's no power outside of yourself. The galactic sun is also part of you. We're all one. Yes. Oh, good. How to heal from infidelity. Infidelity, you think you not good enough to be loved. So look at that. You can always schedule a private session with me, guys, so we can go deeper into like your personal story and actually help you to heal from that. Yes. Oh yeah, orgone, yes. All right. Okay, well, thank you for joining. I'm so happy to spend Sunday afternoon with you. 11:11. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, 11:11. You know what 11 is? 11:11 is you on the right path. Focus on yourself. Focus within. 111. You focus within yourself. That's the message. All attention to yourself. Okay, my friends, I love you. For more tools, check the book. video course. You can schedule private with me if you really need to get to the smallest details on your personal stories. And I'll see you again next Sunday. We'll be talking about, you know what we're going to be talking about? 5D relationships, 5D sexual energy exchange. Does that exist? How does it look? What is going to be like? So you can like start putting the two and two together. And it's the information is from the Raw and the Galactic Federation, and because they know, and my personal experiences when I stargaze, I connect my heart and I receive the love. And I'm telling you, it's something absolutely magical. I highly recommend. But anyways, see you next Sunday at 1. Thank you. Mwah. Love you.